All right, so we're on page 26 right now, and we're getting into this unit 4. That's what the book calls it, and it says naming intervals. So interval we might have talked about, we might not have talked about, but that's just like a fancy word for like how far are notes apart from each other. So if I'm playing two different notes at the same time, it's some sort of interval basically. So that's interval, 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 interval. Those are all intervals, right? So the more advanced we get, we kind of want to learn what each of those intervals are and what they sound like. You know, we're not in a huge rush to do that, and it's one of those things too where we learn it, then we forget it, then we have to learn it again. There's a lot of stuff like that with theory, but they're just introducing us to this concept a little bit. So first one, interval of a second. They're showing you, oh, they even said the distance between two notes on a keyboard is intervals. That's what I just said. And then steps and skips kind of relate to that a little bit. So a step, what we learned as a step, we can also call a second, or specifically a major second in this, but we're just going to call it a second for now. So C to D, that's a second. D to E, that's a second. E to F, that's a second. F to G, that's a second. So if we kind of know those are second intervals, yeah, it helps us a little bit. And here's a little piece that's based on second intervals. And we can kind of start to learn what they sound like, which, as you just noticed, not very good. I say they sound crunchy, or you might say they're a little dissonant. They don't sound great, but they're useful. We don't always want everything to sound great in music. We have to create tension sometimes, and this is a good way to do it. Hence, a song like Traffic Jam. It's not called Butterflies, it's called Traffic Jam, right? So seconds kind of have that sound to them. So, all right, what's our setup here? We're up in this high C position here, and this low C position here. So same notes, just spread apart, and here we go. Then it repeats. Alright, measure 5. Alright, so you heard it there. Pretty nasty sound, but it's supposed to be like honking cars, right? Hopefully that makes enough sense. On to the next one.